Hey guys, it's Jam and I'm back with another video, and today's video is how did they feel when they first met you? So we have 5 piles today. Pile number 1, we have this pink scarf with this white anchor on it. Pile number 2, we have a gray scarf. Number 4, we have a brown scarf with black patches. Number 4, we have a pink scarf, and number 5, we have a blue and white scarf. So these are the 5 piles. Pick which one resonates, and then let's get into the video. Hey guys, it's Jim and I'm back with another video, and today's video is how did they feel when they first met you? So let's skip the long intro. I hope everybody's doing well, and let's get into the video. So your first song is Like I'm Gonna Lose You by Megan Trainor. I found myself dreaming in silver and gold, like a scene from a movie. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I won't take you for granted. Your next song is She's So Gone by Naomi Scott. Cause the girl that you thought you knew, she's so gone, now it looks like the joke's on you. Insecure in her skin, like a puppet, a girl on a string, broke away, learned to fly. If you want her back, you gotta let her shine. So, how did they feel when they first met you? Okay, so they felt like they were gonna be in for like a whirlwind romance. I feel like they already envisioned what was gonna happen. Like they saw you and then they were like, they had like a vision, like, you know, Psych, and they were like, or like Raven and everything, and then they were just like, okay, so this is what's gonna happen. And then they just already imagined with the Lovers card, they already saw you guys together and they imagined the future. I feel like they were going through all the possibilities about what they could say to you. They were thinking like, what's the perfect open liner? Maybe this is like an ex or something like that, or someone that you already knew, or they thought that you looked a bit familiar to them, and they already knew your worth when they saw you because they were dreaming, and maybe they really liked something that you were wearing. You could have been wearing gold or silver, and like it felt like a scene from a movie. So you guys could have met in a really romantic way. Maybe you dropped your book, so they saw you walking in like walking around, and they just like saw you and they were like, that's the person I need to love forever, and like I can't take this person for granted. I feel like they thought that they knew who you were, but then they looked at you a bit longer and then they felt like, no, like there's definitely more to what meets the eye when it comes to this person. I feel like they saw you and then maybe they thought they had to take a step back just to like, they could see you, and they could like, they felt like they were kidding themselves actually. Maybe they felt like you were so much of a catch, like they couldn't even like talk to you because they saw you as someone so confident, and they felt like they felt insecure. They felt insecure. But what they felt for you, like they felt like they wanted to kiss you immediately and they wanted to follow you around. Like maybe they saw that you could have been walking around and then they just saw like running after you and they were like, I need to talk to this person. They felt like they had to catch you. But if you, over here it says, if you want her, back, you gotta let her shine. So they felt like they really wanted to get you, but they felt like they needed to let you shine first, and then they could come and catch you. And they literally, it felt like they already knew that like it was gonna be a cat and mouse game. Maybe they knew you were gonna play hard to get, or they were like, they just were trying to predict what was gonna happen. They were trying to see like, if I were to approach this person, like how would they take me? Would they take me? Would they catch me? If I felt like they saw you and they thought that you were so confident and so amazing and so comfortable with yourself, and they wanted you to be comfortable with them like you're comfortable with yourself, or how you're comfortable with your friends. You could have been surrounded by friends, or you were like sitting alone, or you looked uninterested, but like they saw you and they were like, whoa, like you know, in what's it called again, in How I Met Your Mother, when Ted Mosby saw Robin across the bar in the room where she was just like, she had a drink and then she had a green dress on, and then he was just like, and then what did he do? you know the story about How I Met Your Mother. So yeah, that's what they felt like. They definitely wanted to ask for your number, and I feel like they wanted to say something super cheesy, but then they were like, I don't even know, like, is this gonna sound so cheesy if I say it? Like, can I say, hey baby, what's up? Or is that gonna be like too much? I feel like they didn't want to come on too strong. This person could have been a Leo or a Sag. I'm definitely getting a lot of fire energy. Also, earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. They saw you and then they felt like you would be the ideal girlfriend. They saw you as someone that would not submit to them, but someone that, like, if you were to be in a relationship with them, then it would be end all be all. They felt rich, or you could be really rich, and they thought that you were rich. And I feel like they felt regret for everyone that like walked past you, and they were like, excuse me, why did you walk past this person? Did you not just see her? Like, can you walk past and look again? But don't look like too long, because you know that's mine. They literally felt possessive the moment they saw you. They were like, that's mine. Like, what do you mean? No, like, no question about it. I feel like this person was already sure that they wanted to approach you and that they were going to fall for you. And they knew it was going to happen. They felt like you guys were going to go through the works. Like, they already knew that this was gonna be something. Like, you know when they say like, oh, that smile, and then I knew, like in Hannah Baker, she said it all started with that smile, that damn smile. So I feel like with you it could have been your smile, and they were like, they were enchanted by something you did. So it could have been how you spoke to them. Maybe you lowered your voice, or you tilted your head in a way, and then they were just like looking at you and they were like, okay, like, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. They felt like when they first met you, they felt like they needed to talk to you, but they were a bit hesitant, maybe because they knew that they had to basically put in a lot of effort, and they were wondering about whether you were going to accept them or not. They definitely wanted to get your number. That was the first thing that they wanted. They wanted to make sure that they could keep in contact with you, because they didn't want you to like slip by. They didn't want you to just walk past. They wanted to like catch you immediately. And again, like, I feel like they felt already possessive over you. They felt like they just wanted to make sure that you knew, hey, I'm interested in you. They felt like they were in for a game, or they felt like you saw them as maybe you didn't take them as seriously as they wanted you to. They wanted you to take them more seriously, and like I said, they felt a bit insecure because they met you and they were just like, whoa, like their heart was beating faster, and yeah, I feel like they just wanted to like sit back and watch you while you were doing your work. You could have been working and then they were just like watching you, and they didn't want to like tint that image of you. So, that's how they felt when they first saw you. That's super sweet. Super sweet. For pile number 2, how did they feel when they first met you, when they first saw you? So your song is Loy Ping. This is on SoundCloud. It says, what to say. I may seem fearless, but I'm only brave by appearance. Yeah, you got me catching my breath like you're minty fresh. Stuck on my mind, temperature rising. So when this person first saw you, the temperature was rising, and maybe they were trying to pretend like they were confident, but yeah, they were trying to pretend like they were so confident. The person could have been an air sign, so they could have been a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius. I'm also getting a water sign. They could have been a Cancer. Could have been, what are the other water signs? I know the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, what's the last one? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh, Pisces, yeah, you could have been Pisces. So they were trying to figure out what they could say to you. When they first saw you, they already realized that you are really attractive, because you have the attractive card. So they saw you as really attractive, and they saw you as someone that was, so you could be older than them. Yeah, you could be older than this person. And they saw you as someone that is... So I feel like they felt like you could have been a heartbreaker, or you were going to break their heart. Because you also have the devil card, so I feel like they really felt like you're so attractive. And they were like, this person probably wouldn't even like me. And so one of you guys was going through a heartbreak at the time, I feel like, and they honestly felt like you brought peace. You made them smile when they saw you. Like, they saw you and they were like, wow, like, I didn't know that there were those type of people left in the world. And now I feel like every time they think about you, they smile. So that's just a little thing. And they saw you as like something that's shining, like the star card. They saw you as someone that would be stuck on their mind forever. Like they stepped in gum. Like you could have been chewing gum also at the same time and like minty fresh, but they felt like they literally stepped in gum when they saw you. Now it's like you're stuck on their shoes, you're stuck in their mind, and you are stuck with them. Like with the shark card, this can be interpreted negatively, you know, as someone leeching onto you. So maybe they felt a bit negative vibes, but not negative feelings towards you, just they felt like something that was like stuck. They were like, wait, like who is that person? Like I need to figure this person out. They felt like they needed to figure you out, and they felt like you would definitely take him for a nice ride. They admired your body, and I feel like they were like gawking at you, they were staring at you, and they were surprised that you were maybe so you were completely different to what they thought you were going to be. So they maybe saw that you looked so fearless, but that's only your appearance. But then they were actually low-key losing their breath, and they felt like you took their breath away. And you probably were just like standing there, like not doing anything, just smiling, standing your ground. So you also could be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. But also I'm getting a lot of earth energy, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. They, but also also a water sign, honestly, anything. But they saw you, and they did see a broken heart. Maybe they already saw you breaking their heart, and they felt like they needed to have their guard up. So they felt a bit guarded. So they didn't want to be completely open with you. Maybe because they were too taken aback by your appearance and how you wore your clothes. So you could have been naked. What? I feel like they felt like they needed to clothe you. They wanted to give you their jacket. You maybe were cold or something, and they just wanted to be like, no, like what? Like you're so amazing. Like let me give you something. They literally wanted to give you something the moment they saw you, and they were like confused because they were like, they felt confused when they saw you. And they were confused, like why were they thinking about you that much? But they knew why, fam. Because they wanted something, they wanted to start something with you. But I feel like they also felt like you were leaving them or canceled plans. So maybe you always like were like, no, like I don't want to talk to you. Or they saw you as someone that was a bit flaky. But they were like just like so worried. Like I'm also getting worried and anxiety. So they felt anxious when they saw you, when they first met you, but it was only because like they didn't know who you were, and they were taken aback by your appearance. They felt like they needed to work hard at this, and they needed to work hard to get to know you and get you to open up to them. You also could like, you could be a Cancer, honestly, like with your hard shell, and you know how guarded we be. So yeah, and they felt like you brought them like abundance, and you brought them change, and they felt like they were changing as soon as they met you. Like they felt like, whoa, they felt a change, like a shift in their energy because you entered the room. So you could have a really strong presence or a strong aura, and then like something just like hit at their heart or hit at their mind, I don't know, but something shifted inside them, and they felt like they were gonna change now that they met you. And yeah, that's how they felt when they first saw you. They felt like there was definitely going to be a change, and this could be a long distance relationship, and they felt like they had to travel and go like on a long hard path in order to get you, because yeah, they didn't want to scare you off, I feel like, because they could have been a Leo. I think there's one thing I have to say about Leos. Like, okay, not all Leos. I know a lot of Leos, okay, but there was this Leo at my school today. And like, I don't know, but for me, like Leos come off too strong sometimes, and like it scares Cancers away. Like it scares water signs away, because if it's a water sign and a fire sign, sometimes the contradicting and the conflicting energies is a lot. So maybe they felt like they needed to come at this situation in a really tactical way. So they were trying to process their emotions when they saw you, because they were overthinking it. They also could be like a Virgo moon or like a Virgo rising, or a lot of earth in their chart, and air. For pile number 3, how did they feel when they first met you? So your song is by Sleeping Lion, and it's called Stop It. We stop it since we'd be friends for a long time, here we are. So what to do now? We've already given up. Do we stop it? So when they first met you, I feel like they already thought that you guys were gonna be friends. Like they saw you and then they were like, I think this person is the person that I really wanna keep in my life for a really long time. I feel like it was easy for them to envision a future with you, but like at the same time, they were trying to stop their thoughts. They were trying to stop their thoughts when they met you, when they first met you, because they saw you honestly as someone that is so amazing and a light. They saw you as someone that likes to talk a lot, and you have good judgment and you have a good sense of responsibility. And I feel like they saw you as someone that had a lot of that. Okay, let me take that. They saw you as someone that had a lot on their plate, so they wanted to like not burden you with anything. But I feel like they really wanted to honestly just get to know you. They saw you as someone that's like a best friend. They saw you as someone that they could open up to, and someone they could hug, and someone that looked open, and someone that had a lot of layers to them. They saw you, and when they first saw you, where's your soul? Sleeping now, stop it. So like they didn't know what to do, because maybe as soon as they met you, they already caught feelings. I feel like they caught feelings the first time they met you. The first time they saw you, they already had feelings, and they already wanted to like start a relationship with you. But now it says, can we stop it? So maybe they were in a relationship, or they felt like you were in a relationship, so they felt like conflicting thoughts, but like they knew what they wanted. But now it's all about, what did you want? Because I feel like you looked like you were content within yourself, and then they didn't want to like ruin anything. They felt shy and they felt like a kid again. I feel like they went back into when they didn't know anything, and they were like, wait, so how do you approach a girl again, or a guy again? How do you approach a situation? And they probably had a lot of game before, but then it's like they lost it all. They were like, what? Like, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to act. And they felt uncomfortable because you weren't with them. I feel like they wanted you so badly, and they felt uncomfortable that you guys weren't together actually. Like, that's weird. Like, that's weird. And they missed you like before they met you, and they were so attracted to your eyes. And I feel like so your person could have been a water sign or a Pisces. So the one thing about Pisces is they are really idealistic, and they can like even if you're not a Pisces, they saw you, and then they started idealizing you, and they started putting you on a pedestal, I feel like. And they saw you as someone that is so great, and they were just like, I have to have you. So maybe they saw you looking all prim and proper, or with your long hair, or your shades, or you just like with your nice shorts, or your feet when you were walking, like you just walk like a model. And then they were enchanted by you. They felt like this was gonna start off like a friendship, but then they already knew what they were doing. So your person could also be a Gemini. So maybe they wanted to start off as friends, and they wanted to like go slower, and they wanted to go far, like go slow, and then end up progressing into something else. I feel like the moment they saw you, they really felt hope. They felt hope when they saw you, and they felt like it's a new dawn, a new day. And they felt like you could be the next boo. Their next boo. They thought you were gonna be their next boo boo. Oh, boo boo. They're in pain, fam. I feel like they saw you as someone that had to go. Like, because it says don't go. So I feel like they missed you the moment you left. And they really, like, they saw you, and then they really felt like they were gonna, okay, how do I say this? So, you know, when you meet someone for the first time, and then like everything just feels great, but then you're like, wow, it's gonna hurt so much when you leave. Like, that's how they felt when they first saw you. They felt like it's gonna hurt when you leave. That's what they felt like. They felt like they needed to sit down and just think for a sec, because they felt like maybe they needed to stop it. They didn't want that to happen. Maybe they already like were thinking about what was gonna happen after you left, and they weren't even like fully grasping the moment of being with you. And then that caused them to act a bit awkward and weird and shy, and they were blushing on the inside, and maybe they were trying to like hop around, like beat around the bush, and they were trying to pretend like they didn't want to be with you. But fam, they wanted a relationship, man. I feel like they felt it like from the beginning, but like they didn't want to scare you off, so they just pretended like they didn't. They feel like they were fighting their feelings and they were trying to let go. So maybe they felt like they wanted to express everything to you. But again, like the sleeping lion, because you know, maybe they saw you as this lion, a Leo energy, fire energy. They saw you as this fire, and now it's like, if you awake the lion, like if you're waking up the lion, like what's gonna happen? So now it's like, should I stop it or should I just keep feeling it, you know? That's what they felt like. And that's what they felt like. I hope this is gonna resonate. Sorry, I got a message. So for pile number 4, how did they feel when they first met you? So your song is Giants by OTR. You've been chasing for love, but love never chased you. Trying to change fear, but you don't have to run now. We could go far, we could become giants with 2 hearts. So, how did they feel? How did they feel when they first saw you? Okay, so we have right off the bat the death card. They felt a death within themselves. I feel like they saw you, and then they felt like they needed to change everything about them, or everything changed the moment they saw you, because they were struck by Cupid when they saw you. Maybe they felt like they needed to leave their ex or something, because it does say there's someone else. So they felt like they needed to get to know you, and they were like, so they were struck by Cupid, right? I feel like they wanted to rise above everything that was happening. Maybe they were going through a really tough time when they first met you, and they were trying to branch out and become an entrepreneur, or they were trying to live their best life, and then they just met you, and then they were like, what? Like, what? Like, what? Cupid, is that you? Like, did I just get struck by Cupid? They literally were struck by Cupid, and then they were like, what am I gonna do? Like, they felt panic. They felt panic when they first saw you. But only because with the death card and then the transformation card with the butterfly, they felt like they were, like, so you could be older than this person. Your name could start with a J or a K or an A or a S. Let me let my dog in quickly. So how did they feel when they first met you? They felt like they were... So they saw you, and then they thought that you were really cute, and you could be a Cancer or an air sign. I feel like they felt something when they saw you, when they first saw you. You could have met on a Sunday or a Friday. And I'm just trying to get a feel on this now, because there's someone else kind of threw me off. So I feel like they could have been with someone when they first met you, and then they were like, okay, I feel like I need to get my life in order. Feel like I need to, like, they were like, when they first met you, they weren't thinking. They weren't thinking when they first met you. I feel like they were feeling when they first met you. They were like, I feel like I have to do this. I feel like I have to do this. I feel, and they weren't using their brain when they first met you. Like, they were using their heart. Like, they were following their heart with this. They were probably walking blindly into a situation, and they weren't even like thinking about the future. I feel like they were like in the present, and they felt like this was gonna be a happy relationship and getting things done. I feel like they felt like they were saying goodbye to everything that was before, and they were saying hello to like something brand new, and they felt like a bit excited actually. But maybe they felt like this was gonna take time, and they needed to like approach the situation really gently. And then chasing love, maybe they were chasing love before, but then it was like they thought that they were with someone that they loved, but then it's like you were right there in front of them the whole time, like you see with this tiger and willpower. And they felt like really curious, and they saw you as something that was like a yin and yang situation. They felt like this was gonna end up in a really, like, they felt like you were gonna just be good for them. They felt like you were gonna be good for them. And they felt... So maybe they were over analyzing the situation a bit, and they were like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna go with whatever my gut feeling says. So the person could be a water sign. They were probably using their intuition when they saw you. They felt like they were a bit shy, and they were trying not to push it onto you. Like they knew that this was a time sensitive thing, I feel like. But they felt like they needed to take responsibility for their life and responsibility for their actions. And they felt like this is like a delicate, like, you know, Taylor Swift delicate. They felt like this was a delicate situation because now their heart's involved. And before, like, they always like used to think about things before, but now with you, it was just like instinct. So yeah, that's what they felt. They felt like it was instinct to have met you, and they felt like you were gonna teach them a lesson. And yeah, they felt curious and they wanted to know who you are. They wanted to know who you are, and they wanted to know if you knew who they were. Maybe they would recognize you from somewhere, and then they were just like, hey, do you remember who I am? Do you know who I am? And like they wanted to honestly just overcome everything. I feel like they wanted to like face something, but they didn't want to face it alone. They wanted you to like be with them, and they wanted to like run away. Actually, maybe they wanted to run away from you actually, but then they realized like you can't run away from this. And then they wanted to slowly but surely graduate. Like they wanted to slowly but surely like come to a happy friendship. They wanted to come together with you when they first saw you. Like they felt like, I need to be with this person. Like even if it's not like romantically, like they just felt like they needed to be with you. They needed your presence. They needed your healing aura. They needed you. They just want you to be in their life. That's what they felt like. So for pile number 5, how did they feel when they first met you? So your song is Old Love and Hotel Rooms, featuring Sean Bolton. I'm fading too, got lost in you, move, I think I'm feeling it too. Like I've been breathing slow, words spinning out of control. So, did you meet this person in a hotel or something? So many cards. Number 5, this is sweet. So they felt like their third eye was opening or something. I feel like they saw you and then they felt like a whole bunch of wisdom. They felt like they were the older person and you were the younger person. This could be an age gap relationship. They felt like you were going to basically be the person that they were going to be with for a really long time. I feel like they saw you and they wanted to apologize for everything that they were before. Maybe they had like a problematic past or something, or not even a problematic past, but maybe they wanted to like approach you in a way that's really respectable. They felt like they needed to respect you the moment they saw you. And they felt quiet. They felt like you took their breath away. They felt like they were getting lost in you already. And they felt love. I feel like it was love at first sight actually with the 10 of hearts, because I feel like they fell in love with you the moment they met you, the moment they saw you, and they wanted to like treat you well. They wanted to take you to hotels. They wanted you to have buffet breakfast. They wanted to take you on dates. They felt like when they saw you how they wanted to treat you. Like they didn't see, like they saw you and then they saw your soul, they saw your spirit, they saw your face, they saw your body, they saw a vision, and they saw you guys going somewhere. I feel like they felt like they were dreaming, like they felt that they were faded. They were like, what? How can I be feeling all of this? Like I just met this person. I feel like they could have been a bit angry at themselves even. They were angry at themselves because maybe before they were up to monkey business, or they wanted to cut out of the monkey business because they felt like this is something else. This is something different. They felt like they needed to close their eyes, like they couldn't even do it. They couldn't look you in the eye. And they were breathing, so I feel like they might have had a panic attack when they first saw you, or they were feeling it too. So you could have felt it also. They wanted you to move out the way because they didn't want to go. They didn't want to feel all that, but they did. Again with that, I'm sorry, maybe they weren't supposed to be feeling all that. They weren't supposed to be feeling a whole bunch of emotions. They weren't supposed to see you like that, but they did. They felt so much for you. They feel so much for you, present or past tense. They felt like you were like, what's that thing now? They felt like you were Rapunzel, like stuck in a tower, and they just wanted to rescue you. They wanted to climb on your long hair, slay the dragon, and then be with you. They felt like they needed they felt creative. I feel like they could have like sang a song to you, or they felt like you guys were really connected when they met you. They felt like you guys were really on the same page, and you guys were like connecting telepathically, or they felt like they wanted to reel you in. Like they saw you and they wanted to like hook you. They wanted to make sure that you weren't gonna go anywhere. They wanted to make sure that you were gonna stand still. Or they felt like they were standing still, and they were just like when they first met you. And maybe they were like, okay, wait, let me just act cool, let me smile. And that's what they did. So they felt like smiling when they first met you, and they felt like embracing you. And they felt like, yeah, they felt like embracing you. They felt like they really wanted to take you out. I feel like they wanted to show you off the moment they saw you. Because they'll be like, hey, like, you know those pickup lines where they'd be like, can I take a picture of you so I can show Santa what I want for Christmas? Or it's like, oh, hey, can I take you home because I need to show my mama what an angel looks like? Like that type of stuff. They felt cheesy. They felt cheesy. They could have been eating a pizza when they first met you, or eating when they first met you, and they were like, huh? Like they were, what's it, gobsmacked. They were gobsmacked. They were probably on their way somewhere, or you were on your way somewhere, and they felt like, what? Like I need to go tell this person how I feel. And they felt like they were about to change your life. I feel like they felt like they were gonna change your life more than you were gonna change theirs. Because they saw you and they were like, okay, alright, that's the person that I wanna, this person could be a fire sign. I feel like they wanted to just take you out on dates, and they wanted to keep on seeing you over and over and over again. Like they just wanted to keep on seeing you and keep on looking at you. And they wanted to keep admiring you. Maybe they wanted to punish themselves. They wanted to punish you. Like, I don't know, is that role play or something? But they felt like they wanted to change your life. They wanted to change your life. That's what they felt like. They felt like they needed to implant themselves in you. They felt like they needed to plant themselves in you, and like they needed to see where this was gonna go. That's what I felt when they first saw you. They were like, where is this going? Because I love you and I hope you love me too. Like that's how they felt. So anyway, that's the video. How long was this video? Not that long. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Leave video suggestions down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.